Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 4 of Anthropology 330 Evolution of People, Technology, and Society for winter 2010. So, you should all have gotten your grades back for your topic proposals for your term papers. If you haven't gotten yours back yet, please let me know. I don't think anyone's has fallen through the cracks, but sometimes that happens. Um, but you should have all your grades back. I was very happy with the level of work that everyone turned in here. Uh, but moving on to week 4. So if we go to the overview module here, our learning outcomes this week, we're going to be talking about evolution. We're looking at the mechanisms of evolution. So this week we're going to talk about macro and micro evolution. We're going to talk, and then we're going to talk about natural selection and its modes. Uh, you'll read more about this in the textbook, but there are 3 different modes of natural selection that have 3 different outcomes, and we'll learn about those. So we will start out with the readings. This week there's nothing from the Wilson book, but we do have 2 chapters from the Larson book. And so there are 2 PowerPoint lectures for that as well. And then there's this video here, which is about 12 minutes long. It's a crash course on natural selection. And then this longer documentary, I think it's about 2 hours long. It's a NOVA documentary. That is optional. You don't have to watch that. I just checked the link. It does work for me, but some students have said they can't access this video. It's not available wherever they live, or it's blocked on copyright grounds or something like that. If you have Netflix, I believe Nova documentaries are available there if you can't find it, or if you really want to watch it and you can't access it, let me know and we'll figure something out. But that did work on my computer here. Moving on from that, we have Inquisitive. There are 2 chapters of the Larson book this week, so there are 2 chapters of Inquisitive if you're choosing to do those. And then the discussion. So the discussion board this week is a little different. Once again, you're going to be divided into groups, but you are going to be doing an experiment. So read this carefully. There's photos and there's a video here where I walk through the entire process. Read it carefully and watch the video. And then if you have any questions, reach out and let me know. So this is a little experiment where we're going to simulate a population that splits apart on various times, and we're going to look at the different frequencies of genes in the different populations. So of course, reach out if you have any questions about this. It looks a little complicated, but it's I've run this simulation 3 previous terms, and everyone was able to successfully complete it. And it's actually much easier than it seems on the surface. But reach out if you have any questions. Okay, and next we are going to be continuing our term papers this week. So through this week and next week, week 5, there's nothing to turn in, but I expect you to continue researching. So you're going to be continuing to search for your articles. You're going to continue thinking about how you're going to approach your topic. And you're going to start doing what is called an annotated bibliography. So back in week 1's discussion board, you read some academic articles, and then you did these summaries of them, a 1-sentence summary of the conclusion, 1-sentence summary of how they arrived at the conclusion, and a 1-sentence summary of the evidence. So you're going to write that for each article that you're reading as you're doing your research. And you're going to put them all on a list, and that is called an annotated bibliography. That is going to be required as part of step 2 of the research paper, which is due in week 6. So if you're going through in these next 2 weeks and doing this as you read each article, when week 6 comes along, you're already well on the way towards your outline. So reach out again if you have any questions or difficulties with the research. And remember, there's those library modules in week 1 and week 2, the library how-to modules, that if you need any help finding how to do the research, look at those first and then reach out to me, and I'm happy to help you assess whether a source is correct or whether it's an appropriate source, or maybe point you towards some more resources. So reach out if you need help with that. And finally, This week we have our first extra credit activity. It's a little, 1 second. It's a little Java applet. And again, some people, if in some computers won't run this. If that's happening for you, please let me know. This is a rather old little piece of software that we use here, so it might be running out of its usefulness. But it's a little simulator that gives you these rabbits, and you can change their fur color and change the different selective pressures in their environment. And so read the instructions, play around with it, and upload a document that answers these questions if you choose to do so. So this will be available for the rest of the term. It does not have a due date. It is not required, but if you want to earn up to 5 extra points, it might be worth looking at this. That is it for this week. It's a pretty busy week, I know, in many classes, but from now to the rest of the term, we're kind of just going to start rolling along. So let me know if you have any questions or concerns, or if you're misunderstanding or not understanding anything for this week. And other than that, I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you all soon.